Here is Marek siedlarz. I know him back from Poland like 93, 94. I think 93 actually, because Robert, my cousin, he was still living in Poland, and that's when I came back. I was hanging out with Robert. I remember I saw him a couple times, and one time, he went bicycle riding. He went to. He was really young, really young. Uh, I was what 13, 14. He was like 5, 6 younger than me, But then I saw him in 2000 2004. Over his future father-in-law's mother's house that they were building and stuff. And he just I was in a it was in a I was in a rut. I was very just being down by life and everything, And I remember he asked me like, would you sleep with a black girl? Fuck what he. I mean, and then I said, oh right, it's Poland. Like not just Poland, If you were Poland, that probably wouldn't say that. It's just like he was like shocked. He was telling a story about some guy having sex with a black girl and his family comes in. It was just like it was a setting like him as a girlfriend there, and like my grandfather was there. My grandfather was like pushing 80 and stuff, and it's just like it just creeped out. And I was trying to explain to him that it's like, I mean, it doesn't really matter the color of skin, this and that. It's an attitude, it's personality, this and that. He was just shocked. He was laughing at me. You know, it was just like that's where I remember Marek. Then a year later, he came to my house, and as soon as he arrived to the States, he showed up in my house or something like that. And he just he sat with his back towards me. I said, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" He just didn't turn around. And then he started, instigating when I had a hole in the door. So he said, "Oh, it looked like someone punched it," from my parents. So that's how I remember Marek. I mean, I know this kid freaking hates me. He's just like, he just doesn't connect. I made a video about him on the Lucas 79 channel about a conversation about other stuff. It's like, I'm gonna go in again. It's about when he came into the States in 2005, somewhere around there. We started working this job Contact, CONTK. Yeah, a year ago. Like almost, yeah, quite a year ago. I started texting. I say, I messaged him on Facebook Messenger or something, and then I left him a comment on, some of his posts, and he just started talking about, Contact, and he sarcastically said, "Oh, well, there was no, emotional abuse over there at that job." It's like really, like, all right, I know what I'm thinking, bro, but he just then my account on Facebook got like suspended because I said something about Eminem, Marshall in another comment section. I was reading and I was talking about it, and I made a video about him too. I just I wrote about Marshall Mathers over there with his followers, this and that, and like what he posts on Facebook. I mean, it's all marketing for him. And then my account for Facebook got suspended for like a month, 2 months. I couldn't even get on, but anyway, Mike over there. We were talking about this was May 9th, last May, not too long ago. Everything's the same. I don't see him talk. And I was asking him, does he talk to people from Contact? He says, no, I don't have contact. Czesiek Balanga's marred. Czesiek Balanga died. They called him Balanga because he was like a party guy, He has a son named Derek. They were from Gorica too. Supposedly Czesiek, they had a business or something, like a restaurant or something. I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe I saw when I was a kid. But Zabucha, I guess he drank himself to death. It kind of sucks, but he was a drinker. I mean, people drink, right? You saw him in Gorica 5 years ago. You said he worked in England. He worked with his son, and I guess his son was helping him, Ogarnia, or something, Ogarnia. I was asking about his son, Derek, He was on, I think he went to school here or something like that. Maybe, I think they wouldn't even live to Maryland. Because, Czesiek's BMW was, had registration from Maryland. But, I don't even know, but they would just pretend like he doesn't speak any English. Derek, it was weird. It's like, why are you even lying that you don't speak any English? To me at least, not to anybody else, just to me. That's what I felt like. Then I remember Derek over there before he left. After I think the work with contact ended, there was something going on. Like I didn't get paid for 2 months. A lot of us didn't get paid for 2 months, and I think all of them just they had one lawyer and they got some money back. I never got my lawyer. I just I wasn't talking or something like that, and I never got compensated. I went on unemployment. But I remember after that, a company supposedly went bankrupt or something. It was in a Piscataway, I believe. They had the office, and then Derek had like a psychiatric, attack. I remember going to his house in Linden. It's not. It's actually on the same street as is it Price Street? It's Amsterdam Alley Bar and Lounge. There's a group of people that lived in that house. I asked this guy about the house. He said, "Oh, they're gone. They're all gone." It's true. One of the guys that used to hang out here used to actually sleep in this room in the early 2004, 2005. His name was Stashu. Yeah, the guy was always without his t-shirt and stuff. I'm not saying he's a Polish redneck, but pretty much. I mean, he was to work at a cemetery when he came into the States. He told me, and back then they used to dig with the shovel. I worked at a cemetery, so we talked about briefly about that. But later I found out, not here, but the other place where he moved, like I think they said his liver failed. He used to drink too. He was a hardcore drinker, a lot of beer. They said they found him like 2 or 3 days later. Kind of creeped outside. Uh, did me and him have some problems? Me and Stasha, maybe a little, maybe not. It wasn't really that serious. Like he was a different kind of breed. He acted out. He said some things, but he wasn't the type that just I don't know. He wasn't too far fetched. Last time I saw him, he was with this Russian lady, which he moved into. They had a place next to us. That's their house actually. They think they still own it. The Polish neighbors living there. And he just said, I don't know. He said, I can't give you a beer. I'm like, I don't want a beer. And like they were mowing the lawn or something. And that's the last time I saw him. But anyway, that was the whole group of people, and that was Tadek Pinkala. His daughter Monika Pinkala. She's the one that like met Trump in the '90s or early 2000s, and she had an interview. She was like, "Oh yeah, Trump is a nice guy, this and that." Before he was running for election or something like that. That's the whole history. But I really wanted to talk about Contact, about that company and like a lot of other stuff, including some other people. Eric Contact. Oh, yeah, I was just telling him that talking about Dark right there. Yeah, he's talking about 2005. Yeah, it was really nice. Yeah, it was really great. And I was asking about this guy, Urek. Supposedly my mom dated him or something like that. I don't even know the whole history. My cousin Agatha let me know. Yeah, she has a lot of class. Urek Schwentorn. Yeah, he was very creepy and bizarre. He was very aggressive, that guy. I couldn't stand that guy. A couple blocks away, we just passing by and he saw this minivan for sale. He bought it from this guy, for like $650. The transmission's not that nice. And me and him just drove, that car. He was driving and the transmission fell to work. He had to call the tow truck. He was just angry and mean. I'm like, what the fuck you want, bro? Anyway, later I bought that. Did I say SUV? Yeah. It was a minivan. I just wrote, it was a minivan. It was a Dodge minivan. It was a white Dodge minivan. Now, I bought it later for like, I don't know, a close that amount or something, a couple $100 or something like that. And then a week before going to Poland, he was like, get your insurance. He told me, oh, get insurance and just let me drive it because I need to do stuff. I just, get your insurance now. I was like, what the hell's going on? I went to the insurance place. It was called Gary's on St. George. I was trying to explain it to him. I was like, is this even legal? I mean, why is he doing that? It was just weird, and like things happen. I said some things, Urek over there was like, he was the guy that came to my house. I wasn't doing drugs. I'm bipolar or something, and I was sleeping on the couch. I just wanted to see somebody. He just can't sit in my house. He's like, you shouldn't be sleeping downstairs. Go upstairs and sleep. And once or twice he came with boots from work, and he just like muddied up the whole floor and shit. Smelled like a wet dog, long hair, and it's just gross, man. Anyway, it's the whole company. Those one or two people that we didn't have any differences. We talked this and that. We joked around. He didn't know me. I didn't know him. Certain people, but I never saw him after. I never saw those people after that. Those other people is the guy called Zumbek or something. I think he got his tooth knocked out or something like that. There's probably a whole story behind that. It's like one time he came to my house with his son, and he just he wanted to be his sponsor or something. It's like some I don't know what that is. It's like he wanted me to sponsor him to be in this country to get his papers, and he bought me like this stale freaking cheesecake. I was like, dude, I don't want to do anything with you. This guy Andre too. Then I found out, he was doing drugs. He was selling coke, and he told me he's gonna open up a construction business. Like, Kakui, he's a unstrong guy. Man, you don't respect me. I don't work with you. Like half a day of doing him like I think it was a fence or it was somewhere else. I said, I don't want nothing to do with this. Then he gave me drama, the Russian neighbor, and he may instigate something, and the Russian neighbor was started calling me the N word. Go fuck yourselves. Like I got tired of those people. Then like some time goes by, and this guy like calls me. He's like, oh, Lucas, you speak English so well. You gotta come here. I don't know English so well in Polish. Spoke Polish, he's a Ukrainian guy. And I drove to his house there, I think on Price Street, and he's telling me, insurance was they're trying to take his car, you gotta make a call. I'm not calling. What do you want me to call, man? Your insurance company? Something weird. And I'm pretty sure he got in a lot of trouble. Someone told me he went up north, he got locked up. I don't even know. I don't know his last name. It's like I'm not into that stuff. Like. You sell weight, this and that. Like, get away from me, man. You use, you abuse. Yeah, been there myself a time or two, but I'm not like that. So yeah, he was very manipulative. They all were to a certain degree. There's no telling what these people would do to you. And this guy just a clown too. He was too. I think he recorded me and stuff. I was saying some dumb, crazy things, just joking around. He'd be like a fucking idiot. I mean, Świętoń, Jurek Świętoń. The whole story how Jurek Świętoń, I went to Poland in 2004, and he was here before, so like, I went over his house, and it was just like so uncomfortable. It's like that song, and the chicken tastes like wood. I was actually eating chicken, I think it's from his yard. It was just like rubber, and I just started like thinking about that song. I was like, fuck, man, I used to love that song, and I'm like living it or something. No disrespect to old school hip hop, but it was pretty bad. I felt uncomfortable. And anyway, that was in that series. Just it was different times in my life. I was different. I didn't understand a lot. And I understand why people acted like that. And I let them walk over me to the point where I was put on a spot with this to happen. I had to stand up for myself. Just drama, anger. And it's like it's a little quieter now to a certain degree. Asking about Myra Trubisky there, just driving the truck. Then he comes later on. He started saying, oh yeah, explaining, like how like this kid just come in my room and I was doing something and he just ran up to my room like because a couple months he was in here. He wasn't living with me. He was living somewhere else with his I think with Yurik. He was staying with Yurik and Adam, his future to be father-in-law. And then he just say, I don't know, it was like, he asked me first, like, can I come over or hear something like to use the computer? I was like, nah, I don't know if that's a good idea, this and that. After that incident, or something like that, and then I said, my mom, he wants to talk to his girlfriend, he doesn't talk to his girlfriend, he has no contact, or it's been on the computer. So he just started coming over, and he would just hear every day after work, and he had days off, so it was raining because it was a construction job before I started working there. So he was just here, just hanging out. Eventually, he just, moved in and stuff. Like, he was just sleeping in my room. I went to sleep downstairs. Something like that happened, I was laying on the couch. And, I see him. I wake up in the middle of the night downstairs in my living room. I see him with the phone and, like his zipper open or something. He was just pretending like he was sleepwalking. Like, what the fuck you doing, bro? Like, what are you trying to do? Something like, sexual to me or something when I'm unconscious, because how do people do that stuff, you know? It's like, who knows? He had the phone, maybe he wanted to record me, you know? Another guy, Marcin, he stayed here. I think he did the same thing, you know? Where are the videos at? I want to see the videos. And Karolik, too. You know, that's sexual assault, man. Yeah, I'm not homosexual, man. Even if I was, that's sexual assault, bro. I don't care what you tell your little Pulaski friends. Your little fucking delis and shit with your fucking retards. You can all talk to each other, call me a fag, a molester, a rapist, pedophile. I don't give a fuck. I know you kind. I saw a lot of you on the internet, and they still do it. I could care less. But that shit I do give a fuck about. Oh yeah, I'll never forgive for that. Neither of you. Słuchaj, bo teraz będę kręcił śmigłem. What is he gonna fuck around, joke around? Yeah, you were saying something about, I don't know, it's a Polish terminology, it's a phrase. Maybe I'll look it up. Oh, there's another nasty chick from Clifton. Oh, she's, you know, creeped me the fuck out. Disgusting. But anyway. Let me see. Yeah, I told him, you know, he had a cell phone he liked to record me. I thought it was just audio, but I guess it was video, you know? And it was pretty weird, you know? Yeah, when we were going to the airport and recording me, we were joking around. Alright, that's cool, bro. Really fucking cool. Talk about the other stuff. You wouldn't say it. A stałeś nade mną, jak spałem na kanapce z telefonem. Like we standing over me over the couch when I was sleeping. Nie, ale mam takie zdjęcia właśnie jak śpię na kanapie na dole i chyba Marzena albo ktoś mi zrobił. I'll say some pictures when he's sleeping. Like, what does that even mean? I wasn't even talking about that. I mean, he's obviously deflecting right there. You know, it's, you know, I would love to interrogate him one-on-one. Or just, you know, I don't be violent, just, you know, truth and honesty and repercussions. Because you don't do that to a person, even if you don't like him and he doesn't like you. I mean, if I don't like somebody, I'm not gonna do something sexual, disgusting, or even record them while they're asleep and just, you know, talk over them. Like, you know, man off say that to me when I'm conscious. You know, presumably I did, because you know, when he was staying here, I room in the attic, and, you know, it's like, you know, he just came in my room, and it's like, you know, he lived there, and I think he slept on like a mattress, I slept on another thing, but I don't want to sleep with you in the same room, man, especially when, you know, like, we don't get along, and you just, like, you know, some creepy stuff, and you're an idiot, and you record me, you talk behind my back, you know. He got in my face at work too. I said something to him. It's like, go fuck yourself, you know. It's not like you're younger, you know. I'm just not gonna be disrespected by you or anybody for no reason. But my tank top is off. Slumpy tank. Just a conversation about some other people. Let me see. I guess he's talking about the under guy. I asked him. That's it. There's a supervisor or manager or whatever at Comtech. Yeah, people know. I had a similar conversation with him over a year ago. Yeah, very, very creepy and disturbing what was going on in my mind, what he was trying to do. A lot of other people are doing that too. You know. Yeah. Anyway, there's people that just, you know, try to suppress the truth, you know, on all different levels. I'm not like that. I know there's things maybe you shouldn't say, this and that, but I'm not gonna get scared away and bullied and manipulated, and you come in my house or be around me, and then you do stuff to me, you put me down, you ridicule me, treat me like this and that, and it's like I'm gonna let it go. Not like that. On a whole different levels. There's people that messed up royally. I'm gonna prove it. Jak przyjechałem do USA, to ty już w domki nie pracowałeś. Right, doesn't. Alright. It's another thing. It's like, I say one thing or another, and it's like people just grasp on little straws, Grasp on little straws. Like, cops do that too. Not just cops, a lot of people do that. It's that little, they deflect or they try to manipulate the conversation at hand to, to get away from the real argument or discussion, rather. I don't want Stanley Nimitz to get angry. See, argument, something like that. It's like like I said, certain people use the term strawman argument. Which I believe it's like I don't know, it's like a scarecrow analogy. To distract you, it scares you away, or you take a look at it, or you fall into that category, that little that way that he's leading you on, and then you just you can't get back to the question at hand. It's a form of manipulation. What that is, it's not true at all. There's no true with that. There's no decency and no honesty or anything like that. Not at all. That's why I have no respect for a lot of cops. Not most of them. I'm very hesitant. I already know how they talk. I experienced that. I just try to keep my calm. I just, whatever. All right. You're not gonna help me? No. All right, go away. Or yeah. Don't get angry around them. But whatever. Even though they're wrong and you were assaulted or something like. I mean, who knows at this point, right? Yeah, I saw a video on YouTube of cops. It's like four of them. And like they're driving like 10, 15 miles an hour. And it's like an hour, half an hour later, the car they were chasing crashes, and that's how they caught the guy or something. Yeah. But anyway. Talking about some party. Oh yeah, the Brooklyn party. Me, I went to Brooklyn. This guy David, not Pellissier, this other David Castellano, I believe, from Elizabeth. Yeah, he lived in North Elizabeth. He knew the CMF people, especially Richard Garcia and Andy Madera. Yeah, he lived like 2, 3 houses away from them. Yeah, he was David over there. Was like I was working Dunkin' Donuts. He just started working there, and then I found out when I went to his house that he lived over there. I was like, these people? I don't know if I asked. I just felt weird. Like, how you? Like, why didn't you even tell me? Like, what's going on? He was like, he said his name was a Smurf, and then I found out Smurf is the guy that goes get ingredients to like make on and not just chemicals but drugs. I'm like, dude, why would you even tell me that? I'm not gonna tell anybody. But it's like, it's creepy. And he wanted to do crystal meth. He wants to cook crystal meth or something. I'm like, I felt weird. I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I was thinking about going to like a festival or something with him, but I was like, maybe that's not a good idea. David over there told me he married a girl and she put like panties on her head. Like, well, I mean, kind of kinky if you're doing your own bed. Still kind of weird. I wouldn't, but it's like, she was a hippie chick and he's just like weird, very weird dude. Very weird. I don't know if I remember him from the early 90s because he used to ride my bike or something, but he was very bizarre. And then he just said he doesn't remember him. Yeah. That kid Dave, I used to work in Dunkin' Donuts. And I'm pretty sure I still work there. And like, we were finished working at Dunkin' Donuts or something like that. And David, me and Marek over there would go to this bar. It's called Cubano now. Used to be called Fat Tuesdays. We went there like 2 or 3 times. And David would come over to our house, and Marek was just over our house. He doesn't remember him anymore. I mean, it's like whatever. I just wanted to hear what he was gonna say. If he's a really I mean, I know he's not a man of integrity. None of them are. So I just wanted to write to him, see what's gonna happen. Oh, now he remembers him. Yeah, the girl, Chrissy, whatever. Very, she said she was Muslim, very obese, Polish chick from Clifton, and she would like, call me this and that. It was on MySpace. They had this group, uh, Polacy są króle, wszyscy są chuje. Polish people are kings, everybody's a fucking dick. It's like it was just creepy and ridiculous, And then, like, one time it's like I was going out, and she's like, I'll be like, where you going? Where you going? I was like, oh, I'm going to this place. I didn't think she'd show up. She was there before I got there or something. Like, I told her, all right, I'll see you then. She was with like her cousin or some shit. It was very weird, you know. And then he's like, what did he say? He doesn't remember. He doesn't remember. I mean, whatever he wants to, talk to me about. Be honest, then he remembers or doesn't remember, right? I Adam sprzedał mnie do Marzusi od razu. Oh yeah, that's another story how we ended up at the train and we ended up in Trenton. He was pretending to sleep or something like that. It's very weird. It's like I was just so messed up, I was so hurting. I had to buy it, like I just had enough to get back to Rover and stuff. Like is that party in Brooklyn, some house. I think it was Louis Rodolfo's house or something. It's another kid. I think there's like David Castellano. They know each other. It's like very weird. It's like I don't want nothing to do with you people. Take Terry, Patrick, Marissa, David, and Mag with you. Just like have a house party, do crystal meth, do whatever, lie to each other, hurt each other. I'm not about that. I don't want that kind of life. I want the life that I always wanted, without those kind of people. Mm. That's when she went to that party, and like, I was looking for ecstasy pills, e-pills, and it's like, I don't know, it's like this, the guy there was like, oh yeah, they have pills, I know them. It was some chick's birthday. She looked like a mulatto girl. She was very thin framed. There was another party. Me and David actually went alone to another part of Brooklyn, like months or prior, and she was there. But this time was her birthday, and it was in a basement, a Brooklyn basement. These guys were putting linoleum on the floor, and I remember her because like from the first time, maybe I met her before, but the second time, they gave her these rocks and they were all colorful. Oh, I love rocks. Yeah, she was like a little hippie girl, some shit. That's how I would put her. And like, I was trying to get pills and stuff, and this girl's like, I don't know, she took my phone and she just started like calling my mom, and she says, you shouldn't be doing drugs. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What about those fucking people in the room just sitting around like this, like messed up and like cuddling and not cuddling in the bed, but just like being ridiculous? Why don't you tell them something? And I think I didn't have e-pills or something. I think they had something else. I was just hurt. Oh, maybe I didn't even take any pills. And this idiot just, he starts telling me about how he remembers what pills color were. Like, you remember that, but you don't remember the other things? So what is your mentality? Yeah, I mean, you can't have that good of a memory unless you really know them, do you? You know? Yeah, it's ridiculous, It's like, it really hurt me by telling my mom I'm doing drugs. Like, go fuck yourself. Grow up. Oh, he has to go to sleep. It's at 1:46 a.m. in England. Truck driver in England. There's a whole video on him. He's driving. It's like a vodka bottle in the middle. I mean, I don't think he was drinking right there, but it's, why would you have that? Like conceal it at least. Don't drink before you drive, bro. Especially when you're working in a truck. You know how much danger you could. You know how dangerous that is. Alright, then he goes to sleep. Pretty sure he has a great life. People are just great, have great lives, right? Yeah. I don't wish anybody bad, but it's you don't do evil, creepy demented things to others, and he's just gonna get away with it. And then next time I was talking to him, he's like, he's talking about he just wants to come over here, like, for vacation or something. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? You fucking with me right now? You trying to get me angry? You delusional? You crazy or some shit, man? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You don't understand people like that. Like my aunt Donna over there. Wow. Like, what the fuck? Somebody fucking died. You tell me to go dig up a corpse? Are you fucking retarded? Are you ridiculous? What the fuck is wrong with you? I don't believe that. It's like, I don't even want to know you. I don't never want to see you. And then some elite collect, one of my aunts, prize, and whatever, family, and just in life. Yeah, I saw him there in '93, but. Oh yeah, right. He was 8. Yep. I know. Marzenkę poznałem w 2000. O, Marzenka. Marzenka. Jakie są stawki? What's the pay rate here in the States? What am I gonna look up for? Another kid that asked me, there's another person that just asked me, one of the other guys just messages me to, find out what jobs and what the pay rate is in the States, and I'm like, I don't know, what this and that. Okay, that's all I want to know. Like, what the fuck, what am I, labor services to you, asshole, and you have the internet? I don't know, what the fuck are you doing, I'm not that mean and angry, just that, you have no respect for me, you don't like me, like, what am I gonna look up for, the pay rate? I don't know, minimum wage. Alright. Tak, ja w Jersey na przykład. A to w Polsce nie macie internet, so in Poland you don't have the internet. I don't know if you can find it, the info in Poland. I don't even know. I really don't know. Maybe they don't know, what pages to look at to, get all the details. But it's like, bro, like I told you about something serious, and about you standing over me with your phone out, and like, your zipper being open, and I wake up, and you're asking me what the pay rate is in the United States and construction jobs. What the fuck is in your brain? Internet device, stupid things. People, people living there know it better. Well, yeah, I know a lot of other things better than, to talk to you and deal with you and let you stay over my house. Or, like, in the same room as me, man. You creepy as fuck, bro. Disgusting. Oh, you just sent me a link to something about some YouTube video how they record. I'm not gonna get into that. I didn't want to see that to begin with. Killer with one L, right? Yeah, because it's your word. It's your world and it's your word. You just take it, whatever, manipulate. I mean, whatever. It's cute. I do that too, just for jokes. But like, don't be an idiot all the time, right? Pazura, Cesare. He was in here like 2 years ago. He was doing a stand up because Agnieszka that went to see him. People were just bragging about it. We're going, you're going, you're going. And then just like nobody said anything. That's your little hero right there, right? I'm the fucking idiot, right? Oh, I only saw it 20 years ago, right? Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I was asking about that. I just want to hear a couple lines from that movie, what his opinions are. Maybe he didn't see it for 20 years, so, it's like it didn't happen or something, right? He doesn't remember. Oh, he doesn't remember it. There you go. That's better. He doesn't have YouTube either, though. I'm an idiot from America, in the States. Yep. To all of you, I could care less what you think of me. I could care less. Think whatever you want. Yeah, let's give me another link. Still asking about that. Just where do I want to go? Só tô kurwa molded. That's what they would say. Even the guy that was like, 2, 3 years older than him. I think he was older. It's like, it's a younger and younger. It's like that's, whoever's younger than a couple of people, or you call him younger. It's alright, but it's a Polish thing. Karolik over there got mad, even though he's still young in the head. And a lot of people I know, my relatives, would just defend. Oh, you get angry and stuff. Like, wow, bro, you really put up a fight here, huh? Really got me with that one. Yeah, they had a portable potty. I used to go in there. I said it was like the sauna. It was nasty, but yeah, you sweated, but I don't go to sauna smell feces, right? But you started talking about that. I said, Josh gorące wspomnienia. He started talking about that. Toddy was sitting there for an hour. I mean, maybe, maybe not. I sat there for like 20 minutes sometimes. I wasn't feeling well. I had stomach issues. He's talking about, this guy Tag Pinkala, he used to sit there for an hour or something. I mean, whatever. It's really cool. Czesiem to ładny dzban. Już nie żyje, on pijak straszny był. I mean, yeah. Czesiek over there called me Judas. I left him a video message. Yeah, that's another thing he called me. He would say, give your uncle a cigarette, give your uncle a cigarette. Yeah, there's something very creepy, disturbing about that. He just wouldn't let it go. And then he just doesn't remember it. He tried to be the best friend he could. Alright. Is that how you treat your friends? I don't want that. None of that, man. We're not friends, man. We never were. And he tells me, it's like my cousin Robert tells me, it's all your fault, this and that. It's like, well, what is my fault? Tell me. Are we really that close? Are we really a family to begin with? Should I protect my bloodline like that? Some idiots actually talk about. My bloodline really matter that much? I mean, people are just, you think everything must be perfect. You have good relationships, right? You have any logic or common sense about that? To, even defend your bloodline at this point. Does it really matter? It's another thing, like, survived by him, this and that. Like, a history of your relatives, great. That's noteworthy that to know people, but it's like, why is that so relevant to you that much? As far as you might just hate certain people just because they're just 10 or not 10 or this and that, and you care about your bloodline. I mean, you know how disturbed that is. Bloodline, yeah, with friends. Yeah, just videos. I'm not gonna play that because it takes too long. I do have it on my cell phone. Maybe I'll upload it, maybe not, because I did a couple other ones. But let's talk about that. That little click CMF, the little delinquents and criminals from Elizabeth. That was the night. He still hasn't he met me in '93. So it's like, I mean, we saw each other in '93. Was tall, this blonde haired kid. I think he talked about him. He was the one that I kind of used to hang out. We used to ride bikes or something. We ride bicycles, but he doesn't remember. He never met me, so alright. Yeah, I mean, I think people just have, no morals and they're indecent, but they come off. A lot of people I met come off as, this and the other thing, which clearly not the case,